How's everybody doing tonight? That's a good energy. I'll work with that. I don't know how people learn things. Like, I don't know, sir, did you learn from your parents or something like that? Is that how you learn most of what you know? All right. I learned stuff from pro wrestling. Okay? Guys, it's how I learn and observe the world, okay? I learned how to have sex from pro wrestling. I'll explain. All right, look, my sexual philosophy includes a lot of building until you pay off on the storyline. And I know a lot of times you guys are looking at me when I say that and you think oh, he's doing a lot of wrestling moves in the bedroom, right? This guy's power bombing and everything. I saw you shake your head, all right? But that's ridiculous. You guys see me on this stool, my feet don't touch the bottom. I'm not a power wrestler, okay? I'm a mat-based technician. That means I pick a body part over and I work it over. Usually the clitoris. One time in college, the prostate. I learned not to be racist from pro wrestling. I feel skepticism. I'll show you. Look, I grew up in a racist family, or as some of you in the room know it, a white family. But lucky for me, I had a great mentor, and that mentor's name was Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin taught me not to be racist, everybody, which is great because my mother did not. My mom actually said the sentence to me, she goes, "Don't you ever bring a black girl home." Yeah, I know. Thank God Stone Cold was there. Now, some of you guys didn't grow up cool in the late 90s and understand this wrestling reference, but I'll explain it to you. Stone Cold Steve Austin was battling a group called the Nation of Domination, a group of militant black men standing up for their rights. 30 years ago, a villainous trait in this country. My, how times have changed. But the Nation of Domination was accusing Stone Cold Steve Austin of being racist, and Stone Cold responded. He said, "Hey, it's not a white thing. It's not a black thing. It's a me kicking your ass thing." And 12-year-old me heard that and was like, fucking yeah! Hate people based on the context of who they are, not the color of their skin. This guy's a prophet. So my mom tells me, she goes, "Don't you ever bring a black girl home." And I think back to the lesson I learned from Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I said, "Hey, Ma, it ain't a white thing. It ain't a black thing. It's a me getting that ass thing." And then I went to my room and watched Monsters Ball on DVD. People think I look a certain way, I get it, you know what I mean? I look pretty racist. So people feel pretty comfortable telling me shit all the fucking time. I was getting lunch earlier today, and I just wanted a BLT. And the server comes up to me, they work off tips. They're like, "I want to relate to this guy." She comes up to me and she goes "Hey, had a lot of Asian tables today. You know what that means?" And I was like, I don't know what that means. They were very nice and polite. I'm not sure what you want me to go with here, ma'am. And then she was like, I know this guy. I'll double down. I'll get him. She goes, "Isn't it dumb we have to respect people's pronouns?" And this made me upset. I'm wearing an Austin 316 t-shirt, everybody. If ever there was a group of people that respects what somebody wants to be called, it's a wrestling fan. We've all been there with our friends watching the 1998 Royal Rumble. Out comes Mick Foley wearing a black t-shirt, Cactus Jack. He's wrestling for a little bit, he goes over the top rope, both feet hit the floor. He's eliminated. 10 minutes later, he comes back wearing a white shirt and somebody goes, "That's the same guy." And you're like, "Excuse me! That is mankind! Respect his identity!" Mankind gets eliminated. 10 minutes later comes back wearing tie-dye. They're like, that's the same guy. It's like, we just went over this. That's Dude Love. Completely different character. Show respect. Right? So, all this is going through my head. And I did the one thing I could think of at that point in time, everybody. I put a boot in her stomach, I hit her with a stone cold stunner, left a $3.16 tip. And if you're about respecting people's rights, give me a hell yeah. Give me a hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's my time. Follow me on Instagram at I Am Reynolds Comedy. Thank you, everybody.